Scene script. Have you ever wished you could read people like a book? It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? Reading people. It's not about possessing some mystical power, but rather, it's an art that can be learned and refined. Think about it. Every day we engage with different people, each with their unique personalities, traits, and behaviors. Understanding these can help us navigate our social and professional landscapes more effectively. It can aid us in building stronger relationships, avoiding unnecessary conflicts, and making informed decisions. But how do we do it? How do we delve beneath the surface to understand the motives and intentions of others? Well, it all starts with observation and active listening. It's about paying attention to the small details, the subtle cues that most people overlook. The way someone speaks, their body language, their reactions to certain situations, these are all windows into their personality. It's like being a detective, but instead of solving a crime, you're trying to understand a person. And just like any good detective, you need to be patient and perceptive. You need to put together the pieces of the puzzle to form a coherent picture. But remember, this is not about judging or labeling people. It's not about putting them in a box. It's about appreciating their individuality and uniqueness. It's about understanding their strengths and weaknesses, their fears and aspirations. And, most importantly, it's not about manipulation. It's not about using this knowledge for personal gain or to control others. It's about creating a bridge of understanding, fostering empathy, and building stronger, more meaningful connections. After all, we're all different, and that's what makes us interesting. That's what makes life colorful and vibrant. So, let's embark on this journey of understanding, of appreciating the diversity and complexity of human nature. Understanding others is not about manipulation, but about creating positive connections and avoiding unnecessary conflicts. Let's embrace the art of reading people. Ever wondered why some people are life of the party while others prefer solitude? This question brings us to the fascinating realm of extroversion and introversion. These personality traits are part of a spectrum that defines how we recharge and interact with the world around us. Let's start with extroverts. These are the folks who seem to thrive in social settings. They're the ones who love to talk, engage, and be at the center of the action. You'll often find them in lively discussions, group activities, or buzzing social events. They crave stimulation from the outside world and feel energized by social interactions. Extroverts often think out loud, expressing their thoughts freely, and they're usually comfortable in taking the lead. Now let's shift our focus to the introverts. They aren't necessarily shy or antisocial, as some stereotypes might have you believe. Instead, introverts gain energy from solitude. They often prefer quiet, reflective time to recharge. They're deep thinkers who enjoy exploring their inner world and are usually more reserved in expressing their thoughts. You'll often find them engaged in solitary activities like reading, writing, or perhaps a quiet walk in the park. It's important to remember that extroversion and introversion are not absolutes. They are part of a continuum, with most people falling somewhere in the middle. This middle ground is often referred to as ambiversion. Ambiverts exhibit traits of both extroverts and introverts, fluctuating between seeking social stimulation and craving solitude. Recognizing whether someone leans more towards extroversion or introversion can help in understanding their needs and preferences. For instance, an extrovert might enjoy an energetic brainstorming session, while an introvert might prefer time to reflect before sharing ideas. In the end, it's all about understanding and respecting each other's differences. Remember, there's no right or wrong, better or worse, when it comes to being an extrovert, introvert, or ambivert. Each trait has its unique strengths and challenges. So the next time you interact with someone, try to identify these traits. It can open a new perspective and make your interactions more effective. Recognizing whether someone is an introvert or an extrovert can help you interact with them more effectively. Are you the one who notices the minutest details, or do you know someone who does? Moving on to a class of individuals that are like a human magnifying glass, those who are detail-oriented. These are the people who don't just look at a painting. They study every brushstroke, every color blend, every shadow. Being meticulous, accurate, and highly organized are their calling cards. They thrive on precision and often have a systematic approach to tasks. Now, how can recognizing these traits be beneficial? Well, imagine you're working on a project that requires a keen eye, or perhaps you need to delegate tasks within a team. Who better to rely on than the person who can spot a needle in a haystack? Their precision can be a valuable asset in ensuring tasks are executed flawlessly. Spotting a detail-oriented person can be a boon in situations that require precision and accuracy. How often do you come across people who handle criticism or conflicts with grace? Not very often, right? That's because it's a mark of what experts call emotional intelligence. It's the ability to recognize, understand, and manage not only our own emotions, but also those of others. Emotional intelligence is like an undercurrent, often unseen but powerful. It's about being in tune with one's emotions and using that knowledge to navigate interpersonal relationships judiciously and empathetically. Picture someone who remains composed in a crisis, someone who listens more than they speak, someone who understands and respects your feelings without judgment. They are likely to be emotionally intelligent. One key trait of emotionally intelligent individuals is self-awareness. They understand their strengths, weaknesses, and emotions. They know what they can offer and what they need from others. They can weigh their emotions without letting them cloud their judgment. This self-awareness makes them reliable, as they rarely promise what they cannot deliver. Next, emotionally intelligent individuals are empathetic. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. Emotionally intelligent people can pick up on subtle cues and respond to others' emotions with compassion, which makes them great friends and partners. Finally, emotionally intelligent people are masters at managing their emotions. They don't let a bad day ruin every interaction. They don't let their anger or frustration dictate their responses. They understand that emotions are temporary and that reacting impulsively can have long-term effects. Identifying emotional intelligence in others isn't always easy, but it's worth the effort. It allows us to surround ourselves with people who are understanding, respectful, and capable of handling emotional complexities. It helps us build relationships that are not just strong, but also healthy, balanced, and rewarding. So, the next time you meet someone, try to spot these traits. You may just find that identifying emotional intelligence in others can lead to more meaningful and fulfilling interactions. Have you ever wondered what makes a person a good leader? It's a question that's sparked countless discussions, books, and seminars. Leadership is a complex blend of traits that inspire others to follow, and recognizing these traits can be instrumental in choosing mentors, role models, or potential business partners. Let's start with confidence. A leader stands tall, walks with purpose, and speaks with conviction. But it's not just about physical demeanor. True confidence radiates from within. It's the self-assurance that they can face challenges head-on, make tough decisions, and take responsibility for their actions. Next, a good leader is inspiring. They have a compelling vision and the ability to communicate it effectively. They don't just dictate tasks, they explain the why behind the what, making everyone feel part of a bigger picture. An inspiring leader sparks enthusiasm, ignites passion, and motivates their team to give their best. Decisiveness is another hallmark of a leader. When faced with a tough call, they don't waver or procrastinate. They gather the facts, weigh the pros and cons, and make a decision. And once they decide, they stand by it, ready to navigate the consequences, good or bad. But let's not forget empathy. A true leader is not a dictator but a guide who understands and respects the feelings of others. They listen, they care, and they make efforts to create a supportive environment where everyone feels valued and heard. And finally, a leader is a lifelong learner. They have a thirst for knowledge, a hunger for improvement, and an open mind that embraces change. They understand that the journey to success is paved with learning and adaptation. So the next time you meet someone who exhibits these traits, take note. They might be a leader in the making, someone who could teach you, inspire you, or perhaps even partner with you in the future. Recognizing leadership traits in others can guide you towards people who inspire and motivate. So, let's keep our eyes open and our minds ready to learn from the leaders around us. So, how well do you think you can read people now? We've taken quite a journey, haven't we? We've delved into the art of understanding extroversion versus introversion, highlighting the key traits that differentiate these two personality types. We've also touched on the importance of spotting the detail-oriented individuals among us, those who pay extra attention to the minutiae that others might overlook. We ventured into the realm of emotional intelligence, a vital attribute to seek in those around us, as it can significantly impact our interactions and relationships. We also explored the signs of a leader, those traits that distinguish individuals with the potential to guide and inspire others. All of these aspects are integral in understanding others' personality traits, which in turn can enhance our interpersonal relationships and decision-making processes. The ability to read people is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. So, keep observing, keep learning, and keep growing. And remember to like, share, and smash the notification bell for more videos like this. It is Sam, your dear friend, signing off.